And some people, not only did they have good tuners on their guitars, but they knew how to function with them. Keith Richards, we were just talking about.
Oh yeah.
Right? Open E.
Yeah.
Immediate.
Well, and he kind of cheated. He yanked one string clean off his guitar.
he'd take the
only
bottom
needed
E out,
5.
man. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, I was telling you, I saw that.
It certainly worked for him.
Yeah, there's a series of interviews of him, and like they're like 5 minutes long, and this guy, and I forget what the guy's name is, but he does like a series of them, and it took him like 3 or 4 series of these to finally get Keith to actually play for him. Because every time he asked Keith to play for him, Keith would say, I get paid for that.
Yeah, right.
So he finally gets Keith to play.
I don't get off the couch for less than $100.
Yeah, don't get off the couch for you got me here talking. That's all you get out of me. And finally, he hands him a guitar, and it's obviously a pretty darn nice guitar because I don't think Keith's not going to play Squire.
Probably not.
Probably not going to play Squire.
Why would he?
He doesn't have to.
He came up in a time period when 50 tellies were cheap.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well,
So,
yeah, that's right. They weren't that great. I mean, they were great guitars, but
of course,
who knew, right? At that time. But the first thing he did is he didn't even cut it. He pulled it off. Mm-hmm. He just pulled it off, and then he changed the tuning and started playing.
I'm a slide player anyway, so
okay. So what is slide tuning? Slide tuning is in open those type of things, not standard tuning.
Well, I mean, it depends on the player. Obviously, you got guys like Dwayne Allman who play beautifully in standard.
Sure.
Okay, and then you've got other guys, Ry Cooder.
So Dwayne Allman was just played standard
most of the time.
I don't know.
No, he wasn't afraid to play in any tuning, but I mean, most of the stuff that I've seen has been in standard. But there are other players out there who play in open D, open G. You hear open G a lot in Led Zeppelin.
Yeah,
and
you do.
Lemon Song and Levee Breaks and stuff like that. And
decent tunes.
Yeah. I wish I'd have wrote them. Yeah. Well, I think it's funny because there people actually call him Fumble Fingers Page.
I wouldn't. I'd probably call him Sir. I'm a big fan.
Well, I would argue that. I would too. But I think it's funny that I've actually heard people call him that.
No kidding.
It's Fumble Fingers Page, and I'm like, well, I can sort of understand why you might think that because the guy's timing is certainly not locked in with Bonham or.
No, but that was part of the beauty, right?
I think
in my mind,
I think in that particular band, if you want to dissect that band at all, the quick dissection would be Bonham and John Paul Jones.
Yeah.
Tighter than Ticks.
Yeah.
Just right locked in.
Sure.
And then Page and Plant were doing this thing that was over it.
Yes.
It was overarching, and they just fitted in wherever they felt like. The timing was so unique and different. It elevated the whole thing up. If you know what I'm saying.
Absolutely. And my brother-in-law's
you wouldn't have Led Zeppelin without those two, or without the other two. It just isn't possible.
Yeah, my brother-in-law's a drummer. He doesn't play professionally anymore, but he did around here and stuff. And he will tell you just how hard it is to play some of those tunes because it appears as if Bonham is keeping 2 different times.
It sure does sound like
you know what I mean?
I've often wondered, but then that's one of the charms of Led Zeppelin.
Yeah. Oh yeah.